welcome back to Cat Yoga. We are joined by Baby Monster. And where we left off, we were standing and we were going to do some balances. So if you recall, Benny was unimpressed with the strap. Let's check and see what Baby thinks about it. I think she enjoys it a little bit more than he did. Okay. Well, I need it. Give me that back. Okay. So what we're going to do is explore the dancer pose. And so the problem with the dancer pose is that just the basic proposition that you're holding your leg in your hand, this might be problematic right here, plus the balance, right? So the first thing is to try it like this. So, and again, before we even start, you can go same hand to same foot, or opposite hand, or opposite hand to opposite foot. Oops. So anyways, pick one. I think this one's harder, but it allows you to get a much more open feeling, right? It's a big open feeling, and this length here, that's up to you. So on the other side, let's see. Yeah, it'd be here. Now, where'd she go? Come back here. What are you doing? Yeah, so I switched hands and feet. Pretty sure I did. So you can always adjust this length if you don't like this length. Something like that. Okay, and then the big full dancer, also known as full king pigeon. This is also a pigeon balance. Baby, come back. So it's almost like we're jumping rope. Let me show you before I do it what it's supposed to be. Sort of like that, right? But with the strap. And on the cover of the yoga journal, they're touching their foot to the back of their head. So good luck with that. So again, it starts out like jumping rope. I'm using my whole strap here. As far as I know, I'm going to need the whole thing. And then loop this around. Come into your balance. And it's something like this. So I'm arching my back. Maybe look up. Looking up always makes it more difficult. All right, that's good. Try it with the other side. Okay. So this pose, there's no modification. You're either doing it all or you're not, or you can't do it. So the reason I say you can't modify that is because if you were to just go like down here, you wouldn't get any of this heart opening here, which is really why we're doing it. So it's better to just maybe do the first one that has that open feeling again. So anyway, so those are our balances for the evening. And then why don't we, for the next few poses, we don't need, for the next 2 or 3 poses, we won't need our strap, so I'll just put my strap anywhere. I don't know. And then come down to a hanging forward bend. Relax here. Walk your hands out or jump your feet back to downward facing dog. Now if you have a partner or a spouse handy, there's a partner yoga move from downward facing dog where you'd loop your strap around your waist and have them pull your hips back. It really feels super good. So you could pause. I'm just gonna, you guys, if you're just doing solo yoga, stay here, but I'm gonna show you what you would do. Your partner would have the strap around your waist. They would have their foot behind your feet, and they would be stable, and they would just be gently pulling you back as much as you say for them to do. So there's agreement. Don't have them overdo it. Okay, so I'm back down here. How about one more good breath here? So if you paused for some partner yoga, welcome back. We're going to drop down to hands and knees, do some cat and cow. We'll all catch up to each other. Exhale up into your cat. Inhale down into your cow. So I can feel in my cat and cow the other spine bends and the heart openers that we did earlier, which is a good thing. Let's do one more of each. Do a lateral movement of the spine. See if you can feel the side bends that we did earlier. One more to each side. Maybe look back at your hip. That would involve the neck. My neck wasn't doing anything before. Now it's participating a little bit. Okay, great. I'm going to see if I can get my strap back. And then we'll try going into child pose and then doing the anchor pose from child pose with using the strap. So what I'm talking about, watch me first. So we're going to be in child pose and then we're going to lift our arms up. So maybe, I don't know how wide you want this strap to be, but so I'm just going to grab my strap, come down into child pose, relax here. And then this is always just optional. If you want to raise your arms, fine. Should make it a little easier. How about one more breath here? And then release. And then, so then we get into some really nice strap poses that are very relaxing. We'll do one more advanced pose. We're going to do different variations of the side star. So the side star is that problematic pose where we're kind of up. It's a hyper side plank. Well, I'll show you. I'll just see if I can show it to you first. It's like, it's this one here. Like that. So you could see where we're going with this. You can sort of lasso your foot. This is where the fancy loop comes in, but again, we don't really need it. So I'm going to lasso my foot, come back up into sort of start my side plank, and then come up to here. So yeah, it's much better. Well, my bottom leg shouldn't be bent like that. Let's see if I can adjust it. Something like that. All right. Anyway, but there are easier ways to do it. I promised you. Okay, so you could always go knee to elbow. So lasso the foot and then make your body long and go knee to elbow. Something like that. Or better yet, come all the way down, just relax here and just take it easy. Okay, so here, and then again, I had the strap in the arch of the foot. I'm going to try to get it in the ball, over the ball of the foot. That will lengthen here more. Okay. And then did you see what I did? I was rolled back here. Don't want to do that. I want to be up on my side. You can relax your head down onto your arm though. If we could get baby to lift her leg, it would be perfect. She's not having it. So see now what this strap does now. See when you're holding here, that's no good. And here is not much better. But there really lets you lengthen here. So this strap is superior to most of the other versions of this. So how about one more breath here? And then come around to your other side. So I'm going to have to do every version that I showed you before on the other side, but you only have to do the version that you did. And then the rest of the time you can spend watching baby. So I think I came up to so first I used no strap. Okay. There's a little bit of a balance here. Something like that. Okay. And then I use the strap. Until I don't take my yoga too seriously. Something like that. Okay, and then I think I went elbow to knee. Something like that. Well, hello. Okay, and then our favorite, everybody's favorite, down here, relaxing, goofing around with the cat. One more breath. And release. So the next poses are going to be similar to that, but very, very different. So certainly don't get them confused if you're doing your own home practice. In fact, I'm going to just flip around again to make sure that they don't even look similar. So and these are really good. And these are not even achievable without the strap as far as I can tell. So again, so I'm going to double my strap over here, but still I want it to be able to slip a little bit in case. And so so remember this one, let's start out bringing, so this is same hand, same foot, and I'm just going to bring it out to the side and let it go down as far as it wants to go. I want to see my other hip is a little bit off the mat right now, which is okay. A little bit is okay, but I don't want to turn over on my side. That defeats the whole purpose, right? So I want to try to keep the opposite hip down at least somewhat so you feel this opening in the hips, and then my other arm here is out as a counterbalance, counterweight. And the longer we stay here, the lower that leg goes. That's the beauty of it. So I'm always threatening to explore these poses and see how long we can actually hold various poses. That's something that we really haven't done in my practice. So I just changed hands and I'm going to the other side. This is getting the IT band or the iliotibial band. Very difficult to access this stretch normally. I'm trying to keep this hip down. I don't want to roll over on my side. And it's the opposite hand is out as my counterbalance. I can look in the opposite direction, and that just seems to help. So again, if you were in physical therapy, they might hold this a lot longer, or they would do it repeatedly. They might so you could add some massage to it, or some heat, or a foam roller. And let's come back over. So let's release that leg. And then make your loop over the other leg. So let's go same hand, same foot. Like so. Opposite arm is out for stability, counterweight. And we'll go out to the side slowly. So you reach your limit, and then you'll just feel the longer we stay here, the leg will continue to drop. So we're not only opening the hip, but we're lengthening the back of the leg, the hamstrings, the calf. So this is actually so relaxing. I lied, we have one more challenging pose because I don't think we should go from a super relaxing pose like this straight into Savasana. I'm coming over to the other side. I'm changing hands. I don't think we appreciate our resting pose if the pose that we did just before it is really mellow. Feeling a stretch through here. I'm going to look the other way. So we're relaxed, but we still have good structure. There's a presence in our limbs. We're not going to sleep. Let's come back slowly to center. And then, so you could, if you're doing this in your home practice, you can go back and forth as many times as you want. But we're going to move on. I am going to do the wind reliever pose, and then I'm going to hold behind my knees and rock up to sitting. And we'll do, I mentioned one more challenging pose. This will be our boat pose. So the classic boat without the strap, we do it pretty often. It has this horizontal deck. Okay, chest is high, back is relatively flat as my back will get. And the abs are tight, but with the strap, it becomes a really neat thing. So the strap allows you to really keep your shoulders back, so there's no reaching, and then it allows you to straighten the legs, right? So I'm not up here. See, if I'm up here, everything closes here. I want to open. So I'm going to go way back. I'm just going to exaggerate and go way back to here so my shoulders are back and down. I'm looking up, lengthen the spine, pull up through the crown point of the head. All right, then we can try something. We can use our whole strap and see how much we can extend outward. I'm using every inch of my strap. Breathing. I could even have a longer strap. All right, that's enough. That's enough of that. Let's go into our final twist. I don't believe we have any further need for the strap, so just throw it anywhere. Just throw your strap anywhere. And hug your knees to your chest. Go into our final twist, our Markatasana or monkey twist. Knees to one side, head to the other. And we will slowly bring the knees back over to the other side. Very slowly, come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest one final time. So do whatever preparations you do before your Savasana. You might do some shoulder movements to relieve any tension in the shoulders, and maybe some careful neck movements. And maybe roll around on your mat like a ball to really loosen up your back. Whenever you're ready, take your final breath and then exhale and collapse out into your corpse pose. Go into your final meditation. If you don't have one, just do your long, even, natural breathing into your belly. And take a deep, reawakening breath to come out of our corpse pose. Roll onto your side into a fetal position, like a baby. Support your head. Take a few more breaths here. I'm going to come around the other side. Slowly come up to sitting with your hands to your heart. So the use of the props, either the blocks or the straps or what have you, to me represents back to basics. We can always go back to basics, especially if your practice has really gotten out there. And so we'll do a back to basics quote. It's from the Yoga Sutras, 400 BC. To achieve mental clarity, be relaxed in your postures and aware of your breathing. Namaste. And thank you so much for joining me. It's extreme pleasure to practice with you, and we will see you again soon, either in video and eventually in person.